In this video, let's begin talking about your company's niche and its differentiation and its positioning, because that's the very first thing about your marketing, because that's what you're always going to lead with. Who do you help the most? Because agencies, they're what's called like a Me Too business. It's a commoditized business. All the agencies kind of do the same thing. If you're a Facebook marketing agency, what are you going to do? Facebook ads, grow likes, all the same stuff. There's a million agencies promising the same things. This is why you really need to be attractive in how you stand out. And narrowing your focus in a niche doesn't mean you're not going to take other clients. You will, but you will be extra attractive to some specific clients to whom it will become easier to sell. And especially if it's your first business, then you want to pick a relatively easy niche so you can be competitive. The only caveat is that this niche should have a natural way to expand out as you grow, like maybe related niches. And we'll go over that soon in this video. But the idea is so that you can grow as you grow your experience and your expertise and your clientele, your niche can also grow. But starting small is not a bad thing, at least so that you can have a strong focus. Now, let's go over some examples of how to do this. Let's say maybe you wanted to be a WordPress development agency. WordPress development is a fantastic niche. It's a huge market, but it's also a very competitive market in which it's very hard to stand out because there's a million WordPress developers. So instead of doing all WordPress, why not just say you only focus on increasing WordPress site speed load? That's essentially just making websites faster to load. And if you're doing logo design, maybe instead of all logos, which is very competitive, maybe you only focus on flat logo design or logos for e-commerce stores, where you can specialize more in those niches and create better logos specifically for those situations. And you can narrow down by a lot of different things, by type of business, by type of project, by company size, by industries. This helps you speak the language of your potential customer. If you create logos for dentists, then dentists will say, oh, wow, I want a logo that's going to be better than other dentists. That's going to get their attention more than I'm just a run-of-the-mill, same old, logo person who there's a million other logo people. That dentist doesn't know better. Well, why should I hire you more than the other logo people? There's no answer. But the answer might be that you specialize in dentist logos. So with that, let's look at some more examples of customer messaging. That's how you talk to your customer with your messaging. So if you do specialize in WordPress load speed on your website, in your headline, it can say something like WordPress load speed in under 2 seconds. And that actually is something that boosts sales. It's proven. It's been shown time and time again. And so you can express that right away and people will be like, oh, no brainer, right? You can even say WordPress load speed in under 2 seconds. Get that in under a week and you'll boost sales in under a week. That's a very strong headline that immediately attracts all the people who have WordPress, but for this specific service. Or if you make logos for restaurants, then your headline can read something like restaurant logos that grab people's attention. So the restaurant owners really want it. It's kind of like the dentist example. Logos for dentists, logos for restaurants. Well, that's specific to that business type. And that business type will be more interested in, okay, let's see what you have for us. Or you can say something like flat logo design to make your e-commerce brand stand out. Once you pick a niche, you can start communicating that niche in your website and all your messaging to become more compelling to the people you're pitching and the people who come to your website, which is people in that niche. So right away, you're speaking to them, invoking emotions in them. Or another example is, we create game apps with thousands of hours of playtime. So if you're an app development company, there's a million of those. But if you can say, we create games with thousands of hours of playtime, that's interesting. That shows a really high quality of game. That shows that you're expert. And of course, anybody with a game idea will be very likely to become interested in your services and to learn more. And if you just maybe do SEO, everybody does SEO these days, but maybe you can just do Google Map SEO for dentists, and all the dentists are going to want to be number one in that Google Map ranking because that's very important for them. And boom, they're going to get interested. So those are immediate ways to stand out and become much more attractive to your niche. And by the way, these niches, they are huge niches. How many dentists are there? How many restaurants are there? How many mobile app games are there? For a relatively small agency or a mid-sized agency, there's plenty. These niches are quite big. They're not going to make you $1 billion company, but they can become $1 million businesses if they're doing well. And once they are doing well, they can expand out to other niches. But as a start, all of these niches are fantastic. They seem small, but they're actually quite large. So that's how you stand out immediately and improve your sales and attractiveness to potential customers by just choosing a niche and differentiation and communicating that to prospective customers.